In today's session of Divorce Court, Lisa and Cameron dated for 2 years before finally walking down the aisle. They thought they knew everything about each other, but now they say the marriage has been full of surprises.
You threatened to kill her.
Threatened to kill me? I think it's the other way around. When she gets mad and upset, she comes and charges after you. She's a big woman. She hurts when she hits, believe me.
You know, I married an idiot.
You don't like him anymore, do you?
No.
You don't like her anymore, do you?
Hell no.
Now Lisa wants a divorce, and she's brought Cameron to court to fight for what she says is rightfully hers.
He's not getting it.
That's a little strong statement in this court.
Today, Lisa and Cameron Weidman face off in Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Mablean Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the matter of Lisa Weidman versus Cameron Weidman. I understand that after 8.5 years of marriage, the two of you are going your separate ways, getting a divorce. How may I help you in that process? Ms. Weidman?
I had to take care of my mother-in-law while she was dying, and I asked my husband to come with me, and he wouldn't come with me.
Whoa, no. You left me behind, okay, lady?
No,
you left
it's
me
not.
behind. You
It's
took care of my
like-
mother, okay? Yes. Both of us were there taking care of my mother, both of us,
No.
okay? When she passed away, you went through her things, and you said, like, to have this ring. I said, yes,
Wait a
you can
minute.
have
You
this ring.
said she
okay?
left you behind and took care of your mother.
She left me in another state. Okay, she was on the phone, supposedly to her mother. And I heard her say when I was in the bathroom, well, when he calls back, you tell him I'm leaving tomorrow. She takes off the next day with most of the money, leaves me with $162 and about 22,000 miles away.
To take care of your mother.
No, she just took off.
When you took off the next day, after that conversation, where did you go?
I went to his mother's house to take care of his mother.
Okay.
I took my daughter.
Which was in another state?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that the person you were talking to when you said, I'll be
Yes,
gone
it was.
tomorrow?
Yes.
No, it is not. You know that just as well as I do.
Mr. Weidman, if you weren't on the other end of the phone, how do you know who she was talking to?
How could she go back and take care of my mother when I beat her back?
But now the way the court papers read, it makes it appear as though you left to go and take care of his mother,
That's
and
exactly
you were
what
there
happened.
by yourself,
No.
and he wasn't there.
No.
So that's not the way it was.
I arrived there first. That's the only place I could go. My mother was terminally ill. Then she comes along. We make up. So her and I stay with my mother.
Okay, so stop. At that point, the two of you were separated. When she decided to go take care of your mother.
We weren't separate. We were still married. I arrived back home before she did. I went to my mother's house. Then when she arrived, she made a phone call. I said, come over here. So we talked. We made things up.
But how did you have to make up if you weren't separated?
I didn't say I was separated.
You said we made up and you told her to come over?
Because she left me.
So she was leaving you?
Yes.
Leaving you means you're separated, okay?
All right.
Can we get that straight?
All right, whatever.
So you didn't know that she was leaving you?
No,
You didn't know that your wife was leaving you?
She had this plan because she says, when he calls back, you'll tell him I'm leaving tomorrow. And that's exactly what she did.
And this is
talking
after
to
you
his
had
mother on the phone and told her that I was leaving tomorrow.
No.
So you're saying she plotted to leave you and you didn't know about it?
Right.
Did you?
Did I what?
Plot to leave him.
I plotted to leave him, and he knew it too.
And why were you plotting to leave him? What was going on?
I have restraining orders that shows when I had to get the restraining orders for him to stop hitting on me.
So you were leaving
Your
because
Honor.
you were afraid?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you afraid of?
I'm afraid of him.
Afraid of me?
Why couldn't you tell him that you were leaving? You thought he'd
What
do
about the
something?
time you
if I
whacked
told him
what
I
about the
was
time you whacked me
leaving?
behind my head? Huh? You kicked me between the legs and broke my finger.
That's to get you off of me.
That's what you charged after me, lady.
I don't think
okay?
so.
Let me see the restraining orders that you have. Did you get restraining orders too, Mr. Weidman?
Yes, I did. When she physically abused me. See, people don't know about that problem.
Well, tell me about it.
When she gets mad and upset, she comes and charges after you. And a few times I push her down the chair. She's a big woman. She hurts when she hits, believe me.
And you're a big man. You hurt.
That's right.
So you're saying the two of you fight each other? It's not just one way.
We haven't
so,
laid a hand
no.
on each other in about 5, 6 years, Your Honor. This is all old stuff. That she has nothing else on me.
So you're leaving him for abuse, which was 5 years ago?
Emotional abuse is still going on, Your Honor.
Your Honor, emotional abuse. She calls me up. She's yelling at me, swearing at me.
Call
She
you up,
blames me
call
for
me
all
up
her
at my
faults.
work.
Let
She
me
won't
read
be-
this
she
for a
won't give me
moment.
my mother's ring, okay? I told her, you can have the ring, but if we get divorced, you walked out, I want it back. That's my mother's ring.
Let me read this restraining order. She says that in September of '98, you told her that you were going to kill her, and that it would be worth it if you had to go to jail. And the grounds for divorce are cruel and abusive treatment.
September of '98.
That's what the allegation is.
On what?
In her complaint for divorce, she's saying that's the grounds because you threatened to kill her. You ever
Threatened
do
to
that?
kill me? I think it's the other way around. This is what I mean, Your Honor. She blames me for her own faults, okay? She came out to my house one day, wanted to borrow $10. I said to her, I'll give you there tomorrow. Right in front of my daughter, she says, I like to slap you. I like to slap you. And I like to effing kill you, okay? That's what she says to me, okay? To me.
So she's not the innocent person that she's standing before me.
She blames me for all her faults, okay? She has everybody in her work, her family, in my hometown, thinking I'm a real bad guy.
They know
she
how you are.
blames me for all her faults.
What's her faults?
Everything she says about me, it's her. If she says I'm abusive to her, she's the one who's abusive to me.
What do you mean by emotional abuse, Mrs. Whiteman?
Emotional abuse. He calls me names.
Yeah, you're the one that calls me names.
You
screaming at me.
A slut in the
Oh,
whore.
come on, will you please?
Why are you calling your wife
That
a
was
slut
all
in the
right though. On October 20th, when I come home from work, and I went upstairs in my bedroom, and there was sex stains all over the bed. That was all right.
All right. You're having sex with another man in your bed?
Think so.
Well, I tell you, her and I lived in the house. My daughter
Maybe they
was
were
in
your
school.
sex stains.
I was
I
at
don't
work.
think so.
Okay, she a minute. I don't think so.
You don't think they were his?
They weren't his and they weren't mine either. They weren't nobody's.
So somebody else was sleeping in both of your beds?
Your Honor.
Mine. I haven't slept with him in.
Your Honor, may I say something, Your
nowhere.
Honor? Okay, her and I lived in the house with my daughter. My daughter's in school. I go to work. I have allergies. I change my sheets every other day. The day before, I change my sheets. I come home that day. I go upstairs, go to the bathroom. I walk out the bathroom. My sheets are off my bed. I look down, and there's stains there. I call her up and ask her what it is. I don't know what it is. They're right there. I said, the cat didn't pee there.
Well, maybe they were from the past. She said you weren't having sex.
Your Honor, I
And
sleep
don't
in
you
a
have to take
different
the
room and
sheets
he
off the
sleeps
bed
in a
to
different
wash
room.
And then, look, I just changed my sheets, and there was wet stains there, okay?
How do you know there were sex stains? Why couldn't it have been water?
Well, it wasn't water.
I have my own room, Your Honor, and he has his own room.
Okay.
It's been like that for like 3 years.
So
Okay.
you guys don't have any sex together?
No.
So that's why you thought it was hers, but it's your bed.
We've had sex.
right.
We've had sex 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
April,
think
May, and
so.
June we've had sex. In July we've had sex.
Thought you were separated in May.
April.
But you're still seeing each other. Now you're courting. Now
Well,
you're
now-
courting this abusive man?
I'm very
think
abusive.
so.
I'm very, very
You don't
abusive.
think so? Maybe it's a figment of his imagination that he's having sex with you.
It must be.
He's dreaming about it.
Yes.
When divorce court returns, the judge warns Lisa about her testimony.
Ms. Weidman, I caution you. That's a little strong statement in this court. Wrong court to make that statement in.
If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce Court is back in the case of Lisa Weidman, who is divorcing her husband Cameron because she says he made her feel like a prisoner in their marriage.
Well, what? We're not even here for sex anyways.
I have words with her.
What are you here for?
My
You want the
mother's ring.
That's right. I'm here for my mother-in-law's ring.
How did you get in possession of the ring?
He gave it to me.
Yes, I did. But take care of my
After
mother.
your mother died?
Yes, ma'am.
Because she went through my mother's things and said, I'd like to have this ring. I said, you can have it. But when my mother passes away, I mean, you can have it, but if you walk out on me and leave this house, I want it back.
So you were buying her loyalty, so you gave her the ring to make her
No.
stay with you.
No.
So you put a condition on it. If you walk out on me, you got to give me the ring back.
When my mother passed away, she went through my mother's jewelry.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
she's
And
like
you
that.
said you can have the ring
On one condition.
on condition.
What I never thought she would leave. I said, if you leave, I want it back.
So that's what I'm saying. You were trying to buy her loyalty to stay with you.
Then she takes off with my jewelry.
No. Answer that question.
No, it wasn't. No, I was
So
not.
why did you put a condition on it that she not walk out on you, and if so, she had to give back the ring? Weren't you giving her the ring as consideration for helping you care for your mother?
Yes, but also we weren't getting along that well. Okay?
Helping him.
Okay?
Your
Okay, we
Honor,
were not
he
getting
didn't do
along.
nothing. I was taking care of her.
We were not? not getting along well at the time. So that's why I put a condition on it. If you leave me, I want the ring back. Because she took everything else from
Because
my
you
mother.
knew she was about to leave, huh?
I
You felt it in your heart she was about to leave.
Yes, I did. Just
so
the
you
way
gave
she was
her the
acting.
ring to keep her there.
No.
Put a yoke around her neck.
No, I don't think so. I gave her my mother's bedroom set and a dining room table, and she got the rest of my mother's things.
But you gave them to her.
Yes, I gave her those things. Yes, I
Okay.
did.
What type of ring was
It's
it?
an old one.
It's an
Matter of
old-
fact, Your Honor, she's not even wearing it now. For
Where's the
3.5
ring?
years,
It's at my
she
house.
left it home. All of a sudden, she ain't wearing it. I wonder why.
That's right, I took it off. 'cause
Why,
Okay.
What type of ring is it, first of all?
It's
It's a silver diamond ring.
It's an old one.
And
It's worth a lot of money.
It's an old one. You just want it so you can pawn
No,
Why
I
aren't
don't
you
want-
wearing it today?
Because he
If it
wasn't
means so
getting
much
it.
to you.
Because he's not getting it.
She says, I'm not going to give
So
that ring
I'd
over a
rather
dead
die
body.
than give that ring
Okay?
back to
All right?
you. You're never there for her.
Miss Weidman,
I know. No, but,
I
come on.
caution you. That's a little strong statement in this court. Wrong court to make that statement.
No, you
I'd
ain't getting
rather
it.
die than give it back. Because you really don't want to die.
Well, he
And you
ain't
don't
getting
know
it back
what decision
either.
I make. You shouldn't have brought that decision to me if you already know what it's going
No.
to be.
As you see what I'm talking
Be
about.
quiet, Mr. White.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're telling me that even if this court orders you to give that ring back, there is no way you'll do it. You'll die first.
That's why she
Why
ain't
should
wearing
I
it.
give it back to him?
Well,
For what
let me
he's done to
suggest
me
something
and
to
his
you.
mother?
Let me suggest something to you. A better way to come at that is to say this. Your Honor, I don't think he deserves the
He
ring back.
doesn't deserve it.
Be quiet.
Your Honor, she has everything.
Be quiet. Let me help you out a little bit. Don't say you'd rather die. That's too strong. Because you really don't mean that. We tend to talk a lot not saying what we really mean. I understand. The point is you want to tell me how much you want the ring.
Right.
But don't get that. Don't go to that extreme. Because see, if I order it back and you don't give it to him, you may not die, but you may go to jail. So don't get that extreme on me.
Your Honor, when I can...
Be quiet. Now, when he gave you the dining room set and the other furniture items, did he put any conditions on that?
No.
So why just a condition on the ring?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, it's not like what you call a condition. I says...
You said if you leave me, I want it back.
I'm talking about the bedroom set I gave her and the dining room table, okay? She asked me if I want the dining room table back. I said no. But I told her before, if you get another bedroom set, I want my mother's bedroom set back.
So you just not a giver, really. You just loan things out as long as people do what you want them to do.
Well, Your Honor, if she's going to get a new bedroom set, I don't want her to throw my mother's bedroom set out.
It doesn't mean she's going to throw it out because she gets a new one, but when you
Yes, she
give somebody
will.
something, you don't say, and if you do this, I want it back. You're just controlling people with things.
I'm not trying to control nothing.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay?
He's very controlling.
Oh, baloney, will you?
Very
It's
controlling.
not
Marry a monk.
baloney, it's a fact.
She should marry a monk.
No, I married an idiot.
I told her, if you get another bedroom set, just give me back this one here, because I don't want her to throw it out.
Okay, that's even nice. But you didn't say if you get another ring, give it
I
back. You
told
said
you
if you
no.
leave me, give it back.
Your Honor, as far as I'm concerned, she don't deserve it. You want to know why? When my mother was sick, she'd argue with her and swear at her and give her the finger and call all kinds of names.
That's a
She called
lie.
your mother names when she was sick.
Yes,
Why
it
is she
is.
there
No.
caring for her?
That's-
Now I think
it's
you
the other
adding-
way
No,
around, Your Honor.
that's the truth. That's the God's
other
honest
way
truth.
around.
With this woman, leave her home. Be quiet.
She didn't have a home to go to.
What are you talking about? I didn't have a home to go to.
Be
did
quiet,
not-
Miss Whiteman, both of you.
She didn't have a home.
When I say be quiet, it means close your lips. Now, why is somebody going to leave a house that she was in? She has a mother and go care for your mother just to call her a lot of names. That doesn't make any sense
Your
to me,
Honor-
and you won't convince me she did that.
Your Honor, we weren't living in a home. Our home was burnt down. We lived in another state in a motel room.
Okay, and she had a mother that she could have gone to. But when she went to your dying mother,
No,
just
she's-
to call her names?
She had an argument with her, gave her the finger and swore at her, okay?
Come on, Ms. Whiteman.
That's
What's she
not
gonna
true.
deny? Oh, yeah.
That's not true.
I'm just trying to understand, why would you put the condition on the ring? And if you put the condition
I
on
know
it,
she was
why
gonna
did you
leave.
accept it with that condition?
I
There
knew
was
she was
no
gonna leave.
condition on it, Your Honor.
What did he say to you?
He told me that I could, because I took care of his mother, that I could take the ring.
So then he was
And
feeling
then I also
compassionate.
told him that when my daughter, Tammy, when she gets old enough, I would pass it on down to her, because my daughter and his mother had a very special bond
So
together.
you wanted to keep it as part of the family.
That's right.
And you made that promise to him.
That's what I told him, and that's what I told his
Your
aunts and
Honor, she never
uncles, and
said
they all
that.
agreed
She never
to that.
said that to me. You know,
Yes, that
I know
is
she was
true.
going to leave. She had the ring. She went through her mother's personal properties in the drawer. She had the ring. She put it on. I'm not taking it off. I tried to say this before. But I didn't have a chance to.
You told me that you gave it to her.
Right. Because she already had it on her finger anyway.
And you said she could have it. And aren't you the only child?
Me, yes, I am.
And didn't you have the right to say that she couldn't have it, even though it was on her finger?
I knew she was going to leave, so this is why he said to her, if you leave or get a divorce, I want the ring back.
Right. So you let her keep it as her yoke. And it didn't work because she left you anyway.
Not a yoke. No, I'm sorry. You're wrong. No. I mean, she took everything of mine. She took all my jewelry, my company stuff, and she won't even give that back. I've been asking since April for all my other stuff.
We're here for the ring.
Okay? I'm just saying that's how stubborn she is. I try to get along when you can't get along with, no matter what.
I'm going to send you out to mediation for the other issues. If there are other issues involved, then that's where you need to go to resolve them all. You should have put them on the table, everything.
I have a little
I don't want to hear
gold cross,
about it because you didn't put it in your brief. You didn't put it in these papers. But if you have his personal items, he's entitled to them.
And I'm entitled to mine, too.
What? Okay.
What's that? Tell me what it is.
Mr. Weidman, each of you is entitled to your personal items.
Right.
And you should give them back and stop playing games.
I have no
All
problem
this
with that.
does is keep you tied to each other. You don't like him anymore, do you?
No, I can't stand him.
You don't want to deal with him anymore, do you?
No.
Well, then give him back his little stuff so you don't have to deal with him.
I don't have to
deal with him. You don't like her anymore, do you?
Hell no.
Then why you
Excuse
keep calling me up?
Come on. You call me up
All
2,
night
3 o'clock
long
in the
last
morning.
night, too.
You call me up 2, 3 o'clock in
I
the
don't
morning.
think so.
Mr. Weidman.
You don't, huh?
Change your phone number.
I am.
Give her back whatever personal items you may have. Be quiet.
I don't know what it is.
Just listen to me. Listen. You listen with your ears, not your mouth.
When divorce court returns, the judge renders her verdict.
If you open your mouth again, I'm not going to say it one more time. You through talking.
And an update on the case of Kimberly Avery versus Sean Avery.
Have you ever been diagnosed with the kind of disease that she has that's crippling, debilitating, and could kill you?
No.
Divorce Court will be back in session in a moment. Divorce Court is back and the verdict is in the case of Lisa Weidman, who says she's divorcing her husband Cameron because she says he threatened to kill her.
She can have the ring, Mr. Weidman.
It's all right.
You gave it to her.
Whatever.
That's the least.
Well, you know, what goes around comes around.
Your wife, and you would expect that your wife would assist you in caring for your dying mother, but certainly she's not obligated to do so. No. And if you gave her the ring, you gave it to her. You don't give people things trying to make them stay with you. You make them stay. If you open your mouth again. I'm not going to say it one more time. You through talking. When you give someone something with a condition, don't leave me, that doesn't make people stay with you. What make people stay with you is love, compassion, consideration, communication, caring for each other, not giving her a ring or things. If you think that's going to buy people, you're going to be disappointed a lot. Mrs. Weidman, don't accept gifts from people with those kinds of conditions attached.
There was no condition, Your Honor.
I didn't ask you to talk either.
Well, that's the truth.
The order of the court is that she may have the ring.
Okay.
All rise.
When divorce court returns, an update on the case of Kimberly Avery versus Sean Avery.
Mother moves in, and like I explained to her before she came, if she comes, I go.
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by. If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in divorce court. Kimberly Avery was pregnant and was also suffering from multiple sclerosis, but her husband Sean said he did not want to be married anymore.
I don't feel that I should have to be entrapped because she doesn't feel like going out today.
Hold on a minute. Let me just camp out here. You don't feel that you should be trapped because she doesn't feel like going out.
Correct.
Have you ever been diagnosed with the kind of disease that she has that's crippling, debilitating, and could kill you?
No.
Well, let me tell you, Sometimes you have to make a few sacrifices, which means you may have to stay at home when you want to go out.
He said he was fed up with her mother interfering in their marriage.
Mother moves in, and like I explained to her before she came, if she comes, I go.
So now this is the mother-in-law fault.
Right.
But Kimberly wasn't sure she wanted the marriage to end.
May I give you some advice? Let go.
Kimberly now says that the marriage is definitely over, and she knows that the divorce is the best thing for her and her children.
Like I said, she blames me for her faults. That's what it is. You know.
I want the ring because I want my daughter to have it.
Let her have it. If it's that more, maybe it's more important to her than it is to me.
I'll never get married again.